so I don't forget. Perfect. All right. Welcome to February's Restorative Pajama Party. Our Pajama Party Restorative Yoga this month, of course, because tomorrow is Valentine's Day. We're going to focus on loving ourselves, because the more that we can deepen into the love for ourselves, the more depth we can love others with. So, yeah, I'm really glad to be taking this time out here. I'm gonna go ahead and light the candles. And just welcome you to take a couple of breaths, just in and out, letting yourself actually fully land here in the space, in the practice this evening. And so this evening we have a couple of layers. I have our sound this evening is going to be, of course, by DJ Taj. He has a cycle of water, air, earth, fire, and ether tracks that have the alpha, theta, and beta frequencies in it. So that'll be playing in the background the whole time. And this, I've kind of strayed a little bit from the traditional restorative yoga script. I have added in a lot of different things. So we'll do a little bit of moving, some meditation. We're going to do the eye yoga like we did last time. I really liked that practice. It's a really nice reset for the nervous system. And then we're going to learn just a little bit about emotional freedom tapping or technique. It's not something that I'm certified in teaching. It is something that I have practiced and I learned in my yoga teacher training and have kind of utilized on and off in my own personal practices. So it's more of an opportunity for you to try it out if you've never tried it before. And it's just an opportunity to check out a new tool if it's new to you, or if it's not new to you, it's just another opportunity to tap into the nervous system and get it to that rest and relax state. After we're done with the EFT tapping, we're going to do a little bit more breath work. We do have a couple of different breath practices. And then and then we're going to do the cord cutting, and that's kind of the roadmap for this evening. So I'm going to go ahead and just start with a little simple meditation. It was something that kind of was thinking about what we were doing tonight and thinking about the energy of loving ourselves unconditionally, offering ourselves that love as we come up on this holiday, I guess. I suppose that conversation is for another live. So what I wanted you to do to start out with is just come into an easy seated pose, allow yourself to be comfortable. So if you want to lie down, you can lie down, but just find a space where you're not like crossing everything or anything like that, where the body can be relaxed, where you can align the spine, the heart over the hips. And just taking a few breaths. And then starting to allow the focus to really turn inward in the breath a little bit more. So think about the act of breathing, feel the breath in and out. Let that again deepen your focus, arrive a little bit more fully. Notice the physical pieces of the body where the shoulders might still be tense. Let them relax on the exhale. Just really taking a moment to breathe and to be and to allow yourself to settle. So if you need to wiggle or shake or sway a little bit to kind of bring yourself into stillness, you can. And then continue to breathe, continue to be aware of the breath as you inhale and exhale. Maybe think, I breathe in, I breathe out. Just allowing the system to calm. Maybe allowing the mind to clear a little bit. If it's helpful, you can even think about maybe kind of even removing the thinking mind and setting it off to the side. You can put that back up when you're done or not. So then, as you breathe, become aware of your seat. Become aware of the seat bones that are rooted in the earth. And then become aware of the earth beneath you. As you become aware of the earth beneath you, see if you can feel any sensations in that root chakra. And as you breathe in and out, just see, feel, imagine a connection being formed. Maybe there's roots that come out of your spine. Maybe you kind of just sink into the earth, whatever that looks like or feels like to you. Allow yourself to take a few breaths and just really intentionally connect with the earth. And then continuing to be present to that connection in the earth. Allow yourself to kind of breathe that earth energy up through the spine. So just imagine, see, feel as you inhale, drawing up the earth energy, really allowing that to ground you, to bring you into this now moment. And then continue to stay connected to the earth. And I want you to imagine that you are in a beautiful sunlit room, lots of windows, beautiful scenery, and you're in front of this beautiful big oak table. This big oak table that is so inviting, and you just want to come and sit at it. You notice that there's a box. And as you sit down, you open the box, and it's a puzzle. Take a moment to think about any times that you have done a puzzle in your life, how sometimes it can be challenging or easy. And then as you look at this puzzle on this oak table in this beautiful sunlit room, dump the pieces out on the table. Dump them out, let them scatter. These puzzle pieces are representative of all the pieces of you. So as you have all of your puzzle pieces in front of you, as you're sitting in this beautiful room at this beautiful oak table, breathing fully in this space for a moment, allow yourself to kind of start to put those puzzle pieces together. Start turning them over, matching the colors together, whatever your process is in putting the pieces together. Noticing what's on each piece. Maybe there's a word like joy or music or purple or Aries or whatever pieces of you that you could think of as you're putting this puzzle together. And as you start to form this puzzle and put the pieces together and notice the individual pieces, notice the big picture, this beautiful picture of you in your most divine, perfect form. As you start to bring in the last few pieces of the puzzle, maybe that little blue in the sky or that little freckle on your nose. Start to really breathe into and see this beautiful puzzle that is now put together. What do you see? What colors do you see? What maybe are you feeling as you are starting to finish the puzzle and starting to look at this beautiful picture of your divine highest self, taking in this room that you're in, this beautiful sunlit room, big sturdy oak table. Take a few minutes to really look at this finished puzzle. Recognize all of the individual pieces, the light and the dark, the different colors, the textures, whatever your puzzle looks like. Take a moment to really let that be in your mind's eye. There are no missing pieces. There are no rough edges. Take an inhale and an exhale. And as you exhale, start to come back to that connection point in your seat. Start to sway side to side and just start to gently come back into the body. And then you can flutter your eyes open if you'd like. And we're going to take a few moments here to do some actual physical movement, a few heart openers. Scoot back so I don't knock over all my candles. And just for this, again, you can be seated, you can be in a chair, wherever you're at is fine, as long as you have your seat bones rooted and your spine is aligned with the heart over the hips. So first, just start by rolling the shoulders up and back. As you inhale, roll them up. I'm noticing my body wants to go really fast, so I'm just gonna let my body go really fast for a moment and then see if I can bring it down and slow them down. So notice what your body wants to do initially. Do you want to start like really fast shoulder rolls and see if you can start to bring it in slow? Or maybe you wanted to start really slow and you wanted to make them bigger and bigger. A few more here, just emphasizing as you roll the shoulders up, squeezing into the heart and then opening the heart. Yeah. As you inhale, maybe inhaling in through the heart, exhaling out the back of the heart. And then go ahead and take it the other direction. So as you roll the shoulders up, bring them around, opening the heart, and then rolling the shoulders around to kind of squeeze them towards each other, opening through the back of the heart. So again, inhaling and exhaling. This would be a really good one to inhale through the heart, the front, and then exhale out the back of the heart. So just really big breaths, opening the heart, opening the shoulders, releasing any tension. Yeah. You can sway side to side, shake that out, and then you can open the arms up really wide like you're going to give somebody that you love a big hug. And then as you exhale, you can round the back, take the chin to the chest, navel to the spine, and give yourself a big hug. Remember, we're extending that unconditional love that we so easily give to others despite their flaws. We're giving that to ourselves tonight. So just take a moment here, maybe squeeze yourself a little bit tighter. We don't give ourselves enough hugs. Big breaths in and out. Awesome. And then inhale again. As you open up, inhale those arms really nice and long, spread the fingertips wide, but then let the shoulders relax. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and shine the heart open as you look up. And imagine there's beautiful sunbeams that are shining on your heart, just really warming it, expanding it. Inhale nice and big again, and then exhale, wrap the opposite arm around the top, come back into that hug. And then this time again, really taking a moment, maybe going back to that picture of your beautiful, perfect, whole divine self. Imagine that beautiful being giving your human self a hug. Big inhales and exhales. This may feel weird or silly, but just stick with it for a minute. Really let yourself be present to having your own arms wrapped around you. And then as you inhale, open the arms again, reach the arms up overhead. Relax the shoulders down as you gaze up. And then as you exhale, bring the arms behind you and then interlock the fingers like that. And then pull the arms away so that the palms are facing you, but you're kind of squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening the chest again. Lots of heart opening, breathing stretches today. Big inhales and exhales here. See if you can kind of root back into the seat bones and align the heart over the hips again, even though you're kind of opening through the heart. Beautiful. And then as you exhale, just kind of round forward. You can walk the hands forward a little bit if you'd like to. Wonderful. All right, so we're going to take some eagle arms. If you need to adjust the legs, you can. Eagle arms is bringing your hands out in front of you with the palms up, kind of like you're going to do a little Macarena there. Take the right elbow, drop it into the left elbow, bend your elbows and face your palms away from each other, out. And then take that right palm and wrap it around the front. So kind of like you're putting your hands into a little pretzel, and then relax the shoulders, relax the elbows, heart over the hips, chin parallel to the earth. Just take a few inhales and exhales. Maybe imagine breathing in through the back of the heart, out through the front of the heart. Good, good. One more breath. And then as you exhale, let the arms go, shake the arms out carefully. And then bring the arms back out in front of you. And we're going to do it on the other side. So take your left elbow and drop it into the right elbow. Bend your elbows and face your palms out. And then take that left hand, wrap it around the front. You can grab the hand, you can grab your wrist, whatever works for you. And then you, again, align through the seat. See if you can line your heart and your hips up, chins parallel to the earth. And then breathe again through the back of the heart, out the front of the heart. So in, imagine the breath coming in through the back of your heart and then out the front of the heart. Just doing some cleansing breaths, some intentional breathing through that heart space. And let go of any resentment, any fear, any grief. We'll just let love flow, let the heart expand as you breathe in and breathe out. Awesome. And then open up the arms again, shake them out a little bit. Perfect. Good work. Can kind of jiggle and shake a little bit. Inhale and exhale. Perfect. So we're going to stand up for just a few moments here. So of course, as you stand up, make sure you have enough space to move and whatnot. And the first thing that we're going to do is just stand and wiggle out, shake, breathe. So as you're taking some really big breaths, make sure as you're moving your body that you're moving your breath too. So if you take a nice big breath in, you can go kind of like the inflatable people you see outside the car dealerships. Just shaking out any type of stress, anything, any wiggles, anything. And then you can kind of come back to center. And as you take some big breaths and kind of find some stillness in your feet, start to inhale and bring the arms up. And then as you exhale, push the hands away. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, push the hands away. As you inhale and bring the arms up, you're just thinking about bringing in all of that good sunshine energy. And as you exhale and take the arms and push them away, you're just kind of pushing away anything that doesn't work for you. Inhale up. Exhale, push it away. One more time. Okay, so come to what we would call Tadasana, or a standing pose. Your feet are hip width distance apart. Your knees are slightly bent. You can tuck the pelvis underneath you just a little bit. So again, the heart aligns over the hips. And then take your arms out to the side, face your palms out, and just have this really nice, strong standing pose. Tadasana is also known as mountain pose. So if you want to imagine that you're standing strong like a mountain, you can do that too. Breathe in and breathe out. Maybe close the eyes for a moment. Drop into your body and feel whatever sensations are present. No right or wrong answer, just being an observer. And of course, as we are in the movement portions of the practice, you want to make sure that you're moving your body safely, you're moving in your space safely, and you're only moving in ways that are feeling good in your body. So what I want you to do now is kind of straighten the legs out, and I want you to bring your hands out in front of you. So we're just going to move through the major joints for a moment. So if you want to take your hands up and down, and see how I'm moving my wrists like this, moving them up and down, and maybe kind of bending the arms a little bit so there's not just a lot of tension. And then if you point your fingers down, take the wrists side to side. This looks really silly. Just take the wrists side to side. So we did up and down. Oh, we got to take them around. So make a little magic with your hands. Rotate your wrists around. And then we'll do it with the arms. So we'll take the arms around. Take a few inhales and exhales. If it feels good to move, you can. If you want to stay rooted, you can. But just notice what this feels like and then take it forward. Big breaths. Keep your breath moving. And then bring your hands down to the sides and shrug your shoulders up. Let your shoulders relax. Shrug your shoulders up. Let your shoulders relax. And then do alternate. And notice what else that moves in your body. Just taking some time here to breathe and to move and to be present in the movements. So let that be your intention. Okay, so you can put your hands on your hips or you can let them be on your side. We're gonna just move the hips side to side. You can bend the knees. So we're just moving the hips first. And then if you wanna root the feet, see if you can take the arms out and do the other way. So we moved the hips. Now see if you can take the rib cage side to side. So and see how that feels different if you take your hips side to side as opposed to taking your rib cage side to side. So do the rib cage a couple times, do the hips a couple times, see how that feels. Breathe into that. Awesome. And then go ahead and take some hip circles. Of course, we want to rotate the hips around, take them around in a couple of rotations in one direction, and then take them around in a couple rotations in the other direction, seeing how maybe big you could take the rotations. A couple of good breaths, maybe with some sound. And then we'll just bend the knees, pick the knees up, bend the knees, kind of like you're marching. And then root into your right foot and pick your left foot up. And then see, we're gonna do a little balance here. And then see if you can point and flex the toe. And if you wanna come down this way, you can. If it works better for you, if you're having some balance issues today, or grab a chair, that's always helpful too. Awesome. So then you put the other foot, put that down, we'll do the other foot, finding your balance, and then taking the foot, pointing and flexing, just real simple. But just again, there's so much potency in simplicity. So breathing and then bringing the feet down, maybe shaking out a little bit, bringing yourself to balance again on that right foot, and then see if you can rotate the ankles. Just one ankle, the one that's up, and then rotate in, see how that changes things for you. And then of course, doing the other side, taking your time to find your balance, rotating out, seeing how that is in your body, and then rotating in. Again, also wanting to stay aligned in the spine. Perfect. Come back to your mountain pose. So your feet are hip width distance apart. Roll the shoulders up and back so that your heart is shining open. Your hands are open. You're standing nice and strong and tall like a mountain. Tadasana. Chin parallel to the earth. Tuck the pelvis a little bit so that the heart and the hips are aligned. Knees are bent gently. Take an inhale and an exhale. Just like we did a moment to observe what's going on in the body, the beginning, now take another moment to observe and see what's different. See what subtle sensations you maybe can feel. Yes. Perfect. All right, so the last thing that we're gonna do while we're standing is just some kidney slaps. Pretty simple, but again, really lovely movement that is, I just really enjoy it. So you kind of pretend that your arms are totally numb and you're just flapping them around, but you're doing this with purpose. So you're just twisting and kind of letting the hands wrap around and slap you in that kidney area. So you can slap yourself kind of hard. Inhale to one side, exhale to the other side. You do want to kind of keep your feet planted, but you also want to have a little bit of mobility and rotation, just because you, of course, don't want to bust your knees. That would not be good. But most of the rotation is coming from the waist. Pairing it with the breath adds an extra level of detoxification. As you're going side to side, you're building a little bit of detoxifying heat, giving them abdominals a massage, as well as, like I said, giving those kidneys a little bit of a detoxifying slap. Loving on the body. That's what we're here to do, loving on our body, mind, and soul tonight. Few more. Perfect. Start to slow down until you can start to bring that momentum into center. Maybe you want to sway for a moment, and then again, bring the feet maybe a little closer together so they're hip width distance apart. Bend the knees, roll the shoulders up and back. Plant yourself back into Dadasana, mountain pose. Take an inhale and an exhale, and again, notice how you feel in your body. Notice what sensations have arisen now. Wonderful. Go ahead and inhale the arms all the way up overhead. Pedal the legs out as you take a forward fold, standing, hinging at the waist, pedal the legs out. Oh yeah. Inhale and exhale. Feel that release through the back body. Maybe you want to imagine releasing it into the earth. Perfect. From here, go ahead and bring yourself down into a tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the knees, just a few cat cows here. So drawing the navel up towards the spine, the chin towards the chest as you exhale is your cat, your scary Halloween cat. And then as you inhale, dropping the belly, drawing the crown towards the tailbone, tops of the feet, rest and push into the mat. Take a few of these cat cows. This should feel real good. Awesome. I always like to kind of round the back and maybe pretend like I'm holding a penny kind of in my little belly button. I don't want it to drop, so I draw that core towards my spine. And as I inhale, just looking up, creating that really nice arc in the back. Yeah. Awesome. So then let's take a quick little child's pose here. Big toes touch, knees go wide, and as you walk your hands out, your chest will go towards the earth. Let the forehead rest. And of course, in child's pose, there's several different variations, so find the variation that works for you.
exhale. Perfect. 3 cleansing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel that body relax into that pose of surrender.
Sweet. Come on back to your seated pose. We're going to do that eye yoga. Then we're going to do a little breath work. So as you come back into seated, of course, just finding that space that's really comfy for you. And we'll move through the eye yoga 3 times, and then we'll move on. So take a moment to center your attention and energy. Again, aligning the heart over the hips. Inhale and exhale. All right, we'll start with the eyes closed. Then you go ahead and open the eyes. Continue to breathe fully. Go ahead and close the eyes. This time, open the eyes and look down and to the left. Look down and to the right. And remember, you're keeping your head still and only moving the eyes. Now start to take the eyes around in a circle. Take them around in the circle in the other direction. And then you'll close your eyes and you'll hum Happy Birthday, just a few bars. Inhale and exhale, count to 5 out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then again, sing those first 2 lines of Happy Birthday. All right, take an inhale and exhale. Go ahead and open the eyes. Go ahead and close the eyes. Continue to breathe fully. Open the eyes. Look down and to the left. Remember, keeping the head still, looking to the right, down and to the right. Take your eyes in the circle, rotating them around in one direction, rotating them around in the other direction. Awesome. Close the eyes. Hum Happy Birthday. Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hum again. Take an inhale and an exhale. Last time. Open the eyes. Close the eyes. Open the eyes. Look down and to the left. Look down and to the right. Rotate the eyes around in a circle in one direction. Rotate the eyes around in the other direction. Close the eyes. Hum. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hum. Take an inhale and an exhale. This time as you inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Palms meet and draw down into heart center. Hands hold at heart center for a moment. Perfect. Okay, for sake of time, we're gonna move right on to the EFT tapping. So I'm gonna scoot a little bit closer because I have some graphics to share. And I was introduced to EFT, emotional freedom technique, or emotional freedom tapping. There's several different names for it. But I was introduced to it during my yoga teacher training. However, we covered it and I liked it, but it just keeps popping up. And my latest experience with it is with a gentleman called Brad Yates. and he is on YouTube and he has a ton of videos. But for today, I just want to kind of give you an introduction as to what it is in case maybe you don't know. And then also do a little practice, try a little bit of EFT tapping in the vein of self-love, of course, because that is our theme tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. That's the first one I want. Perfect. So emotional freedom technique, and this is kind of small, so I'm going to get even closer. So it's a self-help technique. It involves tapping near the points of energy meridians, and it's located around the body. What's funny about that is a lot of the places that we're tapping are around where chakra centers are at. So when they're talking about those energetic meridians, the endpoints are kind of talking about those chakra center-ish locations. And it's used to actually reduce tension, promote a deeper mind-body connection. It can, as you see on the bottom there, there's a lot of really awesome benefits. It can reduce stress, it can reduce muscle tension, reduce joint pain, fatigue, tension headaches, depression, sleep problems, all kinds of stuff. So regular practice of EFT can really be a very powerful tool for people wanting to create self-help practices to create more freedom and ease and joy in their lives. So yeah, so that's a little bit kind of overview of what that is. And the next one I want to show you is just a little bit of, can I get closer? A little bit, yeah. So a couple of things, again, like what they can do. And I'm going to send all of this in a recap email. So if you receive the recording, then you'll receive the pictures that you can look at a little bit more closely and read more into. So the EFT that we're going to practice tonight, this can help reduce stress, depression, and anxiety. It can help improve stress biochemistry by lowering cortisol levels. And we're actually, every time you come to the mat, every time you practice a yoga practice or mindful breathing, you're actually helping to reduce those cortisol levels. So you're already on the right track. This also may help people who experience PTSD and psychological trauma, can help relieve that for them, or at least lessen their symptoms, have a management system in place. Tools, again, can help improve athletic performance, helps reduce the muscle pains and headaches. And so as you can see, this can be a really powerful tool for people who are looking for relief. And it's something that you can do yourself, which I think is, again, empowering. So the tapping points, where do you tap? I love this graphic so much. Okay, so your tapping points. You're tapping on, you can use your fingers. This is kind of how I was taught, but you use your two fingers, your index finger and your middle, or your pointer finger and your middle finger. And so when you tap the top of your head, you only use just the one. So you can practice, or you can use both, I suppose. Like I said, I'm not certified to teach this or anything. So do what feels good, and you'll find as you look, there's lots of different methods. So the top of the head, and then the eyebrows, I know that you definitely do kind of like right above the eyebrow, kind of like your third eye is right there. So you're tapping kind of just on the outsides of them. See right there. And then I'm going to take my glasses off. And then you tap the sides of your eyes like that. And then you tap underneath the eyes. And then you tap with one hand underneath the nose, one hand underneath the chin. And then you take both of them. That's what they're called, sore spots. You can almost feel them if you feel around a little bit. It's like right underneath your collarbone. And if you tap too hard, you'll feel it. So you'll tap there. And then you tap about, I don't know, 1/3, fourth rib down or so, right at the center. And then you'll karate chop. And I usually am taking my dominant hand and karate chopping with my non-dominant hand in that soft spot on the hand right there. Okay, so I'm gonna get super close to the camera. We'll do one more practice round and then I'm gonna pull up the script, because generally when you do the tapping, you're also saying affirmations or words as well, because part of what this is doing is kind of helping to kind of reprogram the subconscious, help to kind of release stories that we may be operating under, all kinds of stuff you can do with tapping. So it's kind of cool. So let's start over again. Start at the top of the head, just tapping. And of course, you don't want to tap so that it is like hurting you, but you want to tap gently. And then tap the eyebrows, sides of the eyes, underneath the eyes, one underneath the nose, one on the chin, finding that spot on the collar, finding that spot in the ribs, taking the karate chop. And that's that. So now that we have kind of practiced a little bit, let's go ahead and try this out. So those are the words that we're going to use. And I'm just going to stay kind of close here. So what you want to do, again, is find an easy seat. And sometimes I do like to sit on my knees when I do this. It's just kind of a point of comfort. So I'm actually going to move that over a little bit. Just take a moment again to like kind of center and ground your energy. So now you've kind of absorbed this new information. Maybe this is like brand new and you've never done this before. So you're a beginner. That's okay. Let yourself be a beginner. Or maybe you've just done this a million times. Let yourself be present to the experience. So just take a moment to inhale and exhale. You got to wiggle. You can wiggle a little bit. Just setting an intention to be present to the practice, but also being present to receiving this self-care and self-love. That's the intention this evening for our Pajama Party Restorative, is love yourself. It's exactly what we're doing right now. And so as you have your script in front of you, feel free to read these out loud. It does really work well when you get your voice involved. But if you're not at that point, that's okay too. All right, go ahead and open the eyes. All right, starting at the top of the head. Ready, let's go. Nice big inhale and an exhale. I accept myself even with all my imperfections. Moving to the eyebrow. I embrace all parts of me. Moving to the sides of the eyes. I am worthy of unconditional love. Under the eyes, I am perfect even with all my human imperfections. Under the nose, I am loving, loved, and lovable. Under the chin, I love myself unconditionally. Collarbone, I give myself freedom to be all that I can be. Under the ribs there, I am free to be me. Karate chop and just breathe. And so as you notice, I'm trying to breathe fully as I'm saying these. And then starting over at the top, we'll do this 2 more times. I accept myself even with all my imperfections. Eyebrow, I embrace all parts of me. Side of the eye, I am worthy of unconditional love. Under the eye, I am perfect even with all my human imperfections. Under the nose, I am loving, loved, and lovable. Chin, I love myself unconditionally. Collarbone. I give myself the freedom to be all that I can be. And under the arms, I am free to be me. Karate chop. Big breath in and out again. Stop the tapping for a moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice any sensations before we take the last round. Wow. Top of the head. Here we go. I accept myself even with all my imperfections. Eyebrow. I embrace all parts of me. Side of the eye. I am worthy of unconditional love. Under the eye. I am perfect, even with all my human imperfections. Under the nose. I am loving, loved, and lovable. Chin. I love myself unconditionally. Collarbone. I give myself the freedom to be all that I can be. Under the arms. I am free to be me. Karate chop, breathe in and breathe out. Take a moment here. Stop the chopping and the tapping. Bring your hands into your lap and just take a few nice inhales and exhales, eyes closed, being aware of the sensations. I know that when I drop it in my body, I can definitely feel heightened sensations coursing throughout the body. It's kind of like a little, somebody amped up the energy a little bit. Somebody took the dimmer switch and turned it up a little bit brighter so that that electricity is vibrating a little bit more vibrant. Just take a few moments to just let yourself observe that. Take it all in. How was your experience with this technique, this tool? Maybe making a mental note to explore further. There's lots of resources out there. Again, this can be an incredibly helpful tool for all kinds of things. We are our own healers. It is so powerful when we find tools that really create a potent shift, transformation, or change for us. But we must be willing to be open to that. We must be willing to be a beginner. We must be willing to show up. And that's exactly what you've done. Showing up. So inhale and exhale. Release that experience so that it may land wherever it is meant to land. And let's go ahead talking a little bit about the cord cutting meditation that we're going to do. I think that seems pretty well timed here. So I really enjoy doing cord cutting meditations when I just feel I have extra energy, where I feel like sometimes I am really having a hard time shaking somebody's energy, or I've maybe spent time with somebody who I need to cleanse myself of their energy, which is okay. And so this cord cutting meditation, cord cutting ceremony ritual, there's so many ways to do it. So of course, always make it your own. What we're going to do this evening is a little bit of a meditation. It's pretty straightforward, but it really depends on your ability to be present and be willing to cut those energetic cords. We have those energetic cords, and not all those cords are bad, right? Like some of them are good. And we want to keep those, nourish those, and continue to cultivate those into something beautiful. But then there's also those chords that we're connected that maybe aren't so positive, so serving. And it's not always the other person, right? Sometimes we are the ones that are kind of maybe sucking the energy, or not creating a very good tie. And so being able to recognize that we are on both sides of that, and also recognizing that in cord cutting, you can also do this with a past self. You can do this with a past experience. You can do this with your, you can, again, like whatever comes up for you, I guess, is really what I'm trying to express is right. There's no wrong here. Just being present and being able to breathe and being willing to take your energy back, and taking your power back is really what's most important. So as I'm seated here guiding you through the meditation, I will ask, find yourself the most comfortable position. Of course, this is restorative. So if you want to completely lie out into Shavasana, you can. I'm also going to give you a couple of other options here. So if you have a bolster or something like that, you can do a heart opening pose called fish. You would just get your booty right on up there. You would take that lower back and you would round over. You also could maybe support your head a little bit if you needed to, but as you can see, my shoulders and my heart are very open. My legs are together. And that would be fish. That would be an option for you to do this meditation in. You could also do a Supta Baddha Konasana, which is reclined butterfly. That's just the soles of the feet together, laying out. Again, very heart opening pose. So you could do this. Again, you could just use some pillows to recline. Just a couple of options for you as you settle into your space. So I'll give you a minute or two. I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I'm actually going to light these candles too, because what I've seen in some rituals and ceremonies is that we take a string and tie two candles together, light the candles, and that signifies and represents the energy that we're releasing and cutting. So I'm actually going to cut these cards here. As you're settling into your quiet space, again, this is restorative themed. So comfort is queen, and finding the most comfortable space that you can for the present moment. Always knowing that you can shift if you need to. If you start out in fish and you want to move to Supta Baddha Konasana, and then move to Shavasana, that's fine. Just make sure that you're staying present to go ahead and pull this card, or it's going to fly out of the deck, I suppose. I'm just going to pick two messages for us to have at the end of our practice today. So as you're getting settled in, go ahead and close the eyes. Start to breathe in and out softly and fully. Fire for desire, air to inspire, water as healer, earth as church, spirit as guide. Please be with us as I light these candles to signify our intention to move through a cord cutting ritual meditation so that we may call more of our energy back to ourselves, so that we may call our power back and stand in the light of our power. Breathing, focusing on that sensation of breath, allowing yourself to drift to a place of serenity, whatever that looks like for you. So maybe that's a grassy knoll, maybe that's floating in the water, whatever. Let that breath take you to a place of serenity. As you come into your space of serenity, notice your surroundings. What do you see? What do you feel? Do you notice any details of your surroundings? And just as you did at the beginning of your practice, envisioning your higher self in that completed puzzle, bring that higher self into your place of serenity now. Bring that higher self off the puzzle and into life, into serenity, into that space that you are in right now. Asking your higher self to be here with you, maybe standing at your side with a hand on a shoulder, maybe behind you, maybe in front of you, wherever. Calling that energy in, bringing that into your awareness. Continuing to breathe soft and full. With the support of your higher self, your spirit energy, bring to mind a person or a past person of yourself that you wish to cut ties with. Somebody who comes to mind that you know it's time to let go. Notice how this feels to have this person standing in front of you. Know that your higher self is right there, holding you and supporting you. Now I want you to imagine your higher self handing you a sword, a scepter, a sharp tool that you will use to cut. Take a moment to notice this tool that you've been handed. Is it adorned? Is it simple? Is it primitive? Is it big? Is it small? What does this look like? Take a moment to notice it and notice its sharpness. You notice how sharp it is by the gleam on the blade. As you hold your cutting tool, envision this person, this energy that you've brought in front of you to cut cords with. See, feel, imagine the cord or the cords that connect you and this person. Where are they connected? What do they look like? See if you can identify those unhealthy cords that connect you and this person. Now, taking a moment to breathe in and breathe out, unconditional love. This is an act of unconditional love for yourself and for this person. Hold your cutting tool up. Imagine yourself holding that up, and with one fell swoop, slice through that cord in one clean cut. Big inhale, exhale out. Observe what happens as that energetic cord dissolves and the energy is returned to origin. And now say out loud, repeat after me in your head. I release you with a full heart, with love for the place you once held in my life. May you be happy with the life you have chosen. I now take back all the energy that has been taken from me or that I have given away. I now release all the energy that I may have taken or still hold from you. Big inhale and an exhale. May we be free from the ties that bind us. May all cords be cut, transmuted, and dissolved. May all energy return to its original origin with power, peace, forgiveness, in unconditional love. I ask that it is complete and sealed now. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Continuing to breathe, staying in your place of serenity with your higher self, sending off that person with unconditional love, seeing them fade out of your awareness, continuing to breathe in your place of serenity. Sending off your higher self in gratitude and thanks. As you breathe, imagine that you are filling all of the spaces, all of your auras, and all of your surroundings in your space of serenity with light energy. Inhale and exhale and continue to see, feel, imagine this light energy, ultraviolet light, white light, iridescent light, golden light. Let the light fill, mend, and return you to a pure form of present moment being. Allow yourself to breathe and feel this rejuvenation from within. Wonderful. Fire for desire, air to inspire, water as healer, earth as church, spirit as guide. It is with great gratitude that we close this cord cutting ritual meditation. What messages do we have? Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I guess along with our cord cutting and our releasing, we received the messages of Kali and transformation. That's pretty powerful energy to be, sent from spirit here. And this, I don't have words right now. But I think this is also a really good invitation to really recognize the work that you just did here and know that you're really, to really let it go, right? Like really let it burn, really completely let it go, which is why we got the Kali card. She, of course, she's the fierce protector and motherhood, destruction, empowerment, and liberation. So, of course, as you cut cords, you're calling your power back, you're empowering yourself. And there is Kali Ma coming in to say hello. That's amazing. Some people get scared when they get that card. I do not. I just think that's just beautiful. Just asking you to see, is really, again, with our energy of love yourself restorative. Like Kali is about fiercely loving all of ourselves, the light in the darkest of dark. So that's just really, really cool. And then the other card we got for this cord cutting is transformation, which is another really awesome message of support. Confront harsh truths, faith, and self-improvement. And so again, coming into full moon energy too. We have a full moon coming here very soon. And so that is sometimes illuminating some of those harsher truths. So we're being asked to confront those. Having the faith, right? Faith, what is it? It is at night that faith in light is most admirable. And so having that faith when it is darkest in the light that is coming is all about what this season is about, right? Like we're coming into this season where the light is about to be reborn. So just having that faith that the light is coming. And of course, self-improvement, because we love ourselves, and self-love and self-care leads to that self-improvement. So Kali and transformation, that is just really, really, really beautiful. I am so grateful for those. Thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead and close out this beautiful practice this evening, seated with a couple of those wingspan hugs. So before you even think about moving, allow yourself to drop into your seat, root your seat bones, heart aligned over the hips. Breathing fully, taking a moment of gratitude for yourself, for showing up for a practice, for loving yourself enough to carve out time no matter what, to just be in a loving and supportive space. Move, breathe, call back your energy. What beautiful work you have done here tonight. Extending that acknowledgement through the body, opening the arms up wide. And then as you exhale, wrapping the arms around you, one arm on top of the other, giving yourself a nice big hug. Inhale, open the arms. And then as you exhale, wrap the arms back around you. Nice big hug. Wonderful. Open the arms up. The arms come down to the sides. And as you inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, palms meet, hands draw down into heart center. Take a moment just to kind of flash through your practice here this evening, from putting your beautiful puzzle together, to breathing, to moving and being present to the movement in your body, to cutting energetic cords and calling your power back. A beautiful work. Inhale, draw up that earth energy, feel that connection in the seat that you established at the beginning of the practice. As your palms meet, let them pause at that third eye as a reminder for kind and loving thoughts towards yourself and others. As you bring that prayer down to the lips, let it pause at your lips as a reminder for kind and loving words towards yourself and others. And then drawing your hands down to your heart center as a reminder for kind and loving actions towards yourself and others. Unconditional love, breathe it in and breathe it out. As you inhale last time, sweeping the arms up, just recognizing everybody that is practicing right now in the name of unconditional love. spanning time and space, sending this love out into the universe, letting it vibrate. May we be safe and protected. May we be healthy and nourished. May we love and be loved, and may we truly be happy. May your practice bring you peace, and may you share this peace with the world. Namaste. Fabulous, fabulous.